My name is Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams.
Previously on Dungeons and Dracon Beams. Each of the kids wake up in their own homes. Zac is woken up by his mom and spends some time just, hanging out with mom and dad before heading off to school. Savannah does too, but in this weird interaction with her dad where it's super awkward. And then she goes to take Possum for a walk and gets absolutely wasted by a truck driving through a puddle. Grant was awoken by Daxter screaming in his face for food half an hour before he wanted to wake up. And after feeding him, he gets some cinnamon buns and then waits for Reese to pick him up. Speaking of Reese, Reese woke up to the smell of waffles, and after having breakfast with his dad, he brings up his decision to unenroll from school. They put that conversation on pause just until they can include his mom, and that's when Reese texts Grant, of course, saying he was going to go pick him up. Time skips are weird, kids. Once they meet up, Reese brings up a few subjects, including his decision to drop out and how Grant helped him decide to go through with it, and then the hostility between Grant and Savannah. Grant, of course, puts the brakes on that subject pretty quickly, and they spend the rest of the trip to school listening to the radio. Once they arrive at school, they get out of the car and see Zac, who is pointedly blowing off Reese in a moment that seems kind of weird, but Zac has a point. They can't seem that like they know each other. Savannah and Cameron arrive on the bus, and after Savannah wakes up Cameron, they head into school together under the eye of Rena. After Reese walks away, Grant and Zac notice a guy flying a drone nearby, and Zac puts two and two together and begins to suspect that this guy, Chad, maybe he's Burner 616. Trying to play it cool, he interrogates them when Bart and Chad walk over, and they're not really forthcoming with that sort of information when Zac asks him if he burns, which is a cool saying on TikTok, kids. Look it up. He doesn't seem to know what Zac is talking about, and Zac can't shake that feeling that the footage was shot with a drone. The warning bell rings, and everybody heads out to class. So, later in the day, meeting up at lunch, there's more awkwardness between the humanimals as they work out if they can sit with each other and who they know and how this can all happen. So Zac plunks down next to Savannah and brings up the video and the drone theory, and Savannah says if you can get him to fly the drone, she'll take care of it. Zac informs her that he also needs an essay for next period's stat, and she delivers. Cameron and Grant sit next to Reese, and they try to play it off like, they're just meeting up, Reese and Cameron know each other, Grant maybe needs a new client, so on and so forth. And they play it off super cool until they start overdoing it about some chocolate, which is a very funny conversation. You should go listen to it. It's pretty good. But Reese catches on. This is just a bit. They all end up being goobers, and as lunch is winding down, Reese texts Savannah to meet him in the library during their free period. So when we get to their free period, Reese and Savannah are in the library, and Reese confronts her with the same discussion that he had already had with Grant about the hostility between the two of them. And that also kind of hits a wall after a while, so they end up just talking about animals, which is awesome. But as Savannah goes to leave the library, she notices that there's a kid that's kind of been watching them. A weird kid with a drone, maybe? As the day wraps up, Savannah heads to the biology lab to morph to Peregrine, and all the other kids begin to filter out. But as Grant heads out, he notices there's a kerfuffle behind the school and has a run-in with Patches and Charles and some other gang dudes, which quickly escalates into a fight. As they're tussling, Grant brings out the switchblade and stabs Charles in the leg. Zac skateboards in and joins the fray. Reese tries to bring attention of a teacher or somebody to break up the fight, and Cameron jumps in as well. Unfortunately, Grant brought a knife to a gunfight, and Charles took his shot and hit Grant, and that is where we are now.
My name is Zac.
My name is Reese.
My name is Savannah.
My name is Grant. We can't tell you our last names, or where we live.
And if we do tell you anything, we're probably lying, because it's way too risky.
We can't be exposed. We have to be careful.
Really careful.
Extremely careful. So we don't trust anyone.
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 Not anyone.
At all.
Because if they find us,
If they find us?
no.
We're not going to let them find us.
We can't let them find us. What we can tell you is that we're all in really big trouble.
Yeah. Even you.
Me a little bit more, but you too.
We have a Grant laid out on the back seat with Cameron under his arms, Zac under his legs, Reese pulling off out of the school parking lot. What's this energy like in this van?
Chaotic.
Right off the bat, Reese is just peeling out of this parking lot, and I'm yelling, "Grant, are you awake? Grant! Grant!"
Zac is also probably not like screaming, but raised voice, just going to be like, please drive towards the hospital, and try not to drive too crazy. We don't want to get pulled over.
In progress. Okay, so grab the first aid kit and just rip open some gauze and press it against the wound. You gotta check his back to see if it is in one side and out through the other. Can I roll a medicine check to get him stabilized?
No, you are driving. So
I am driving. I'm offering good instruction. Can I argue that I'm giving them the help action to their medicine check?
You can use that to give them the help action, yes.
Well then, yeah, I'll just give the help action to whatever medicine check they're doing.
I'm going to look at Cameron and go, dude, do you know any first aid?
A little bit.
Okay. I'm going to look for the first aid kit. I'm going to go, okay, get that. I'll help. And meanwhile, I'm like shaking. I'm shaking Grant to try to wake him up. I've seen it happen in movies. I'm going to consider slapping him.
It's up to you.
I'm not going to fucking wail on him, but I'm going to give him a... Come on, man.
So you think I'm cocky? Like,
So
does that help?
You
backhand.
It doesn't help,
Oh, shit.
but it doesn't hurt either. Like, you got to do significant amounts of, like, you got to hit him hard as fuck to do a point of damage. So you just backhanding him real quick. If you're not trying to hurt him, you're not going to hurt him.
Okay.
But he doesn't wake up from it.
I thought you were telling me if I hit him hard as fuck, he was going to wake up. And I was like, well, all right. Time to go orangutan.
So before I make any check as Cameron, Grant,
Oh no!
make me a death save.
All right.
You got it, man. You got it. You'll be all right.
Natural one. Natural one.
Shush.
Natural one.
That's a failure.
That's a
That's a
3,
failure.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you're getting the bad ones out of the way, and also you're building dramatic tension. This is good for the podcast.
I'm so nervous right now.
As you're gathering the gauze, basically what you're telling him to do, Reese, is put pressure on the wound, try to stop the bleeding.
Pressure
Or-
just on top won't help. You need to check to see if there's an exit wound that you also need to put pressure on.
Okay, so check for
Zach's
two
going to like
wounds.
try to roll him up and look and see if there's a lot of blood coming out of the back.
Okay, so Cameron's gonna make his check.
Right now, I want him to get the first aid kit and get the gauze out and start applying pressure to the top.
I feel so like
Helpless?
static.
And while you're looking at the other side and seeing if he has a clear exit wound, you can give me a medicine check too, Zach.
Okay. Oh, a whopping 8.
You're trying to pull Grant's jacket up and his undershirt, and you're looking, and you do see like there's blood on the back of the shirt, but you can't find an exit wound.
Okay. I'm going to put
Shit.
my hand back there anyway, just in case.
I have
And-
to ask because I listened to the podcast again. I do need to check. Did I get shot?
You got
From
shot in the back.
behind?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
You check the front, Zach.
Okay.
And you can't find the exit wound.
And while Cameron was getting the first aid kit, I was rolling him over to try
Okay.
to position it so that the blood was not just falling out the bottom. Now it's in a cup.
So he's basically on his side now.
Wherever he needs to be, so the wound is facing up.
All right, Cameron is gonna, as Zach looks at the back, he's gonna check out the front. And with the
Thank God.
16, he kind of lines up where the bullet might come out in the front. And Zach, he kind of points you to where that is. Like, this actually points out you can find the bullet hole now that Cameron's kind of giving you
So there is
an
an
idea
exit
where
wound?
it would be. There is an exit.
Oh shit. Okay, I've got my hand on it. Like I'll take a ball of gauze and just kind of and just hold it there.
Mash it in there. Are there two wounds? Is there an entrance and an exit wound?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That means the bullet's not inside him.
Are you fighting your van right now?
Roll me a van check.
Okay. Vehicle with what attribute would you
It's
like me
just
to use right now?
It's just a D20. And remember, you can't get an 11.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What'd you get, Reese?
I got a 7. That's so
All right.
close to 11.
Yeah, so you come around another corner, and your van, the jelly bean, keeps going. And we'll cut back to Savannah. Savannah, the van starts to pull out of the parking lot. Roll me a perception check with your Peregrine Falcon stats.
You bet. That is a 16.
You have advantage, right? Or do they have it? I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
Advantage on perception checks that rely on sight or sound. So yeah, I do actually. So 22.
So as you're flying above the school, you saw the kid you saw working on a drone run back into the school. As you look around, this is the people you see as you look around. I'm going to say it out loud for the listeners, but you guys should be able to see them and their names on the map. Teresa, Sam, Mac, Principal Siraki, Xander, Emily, and you see Bart Allen running around the corner of the school. And when he gets to this lunchroom door right here at 48, he heads back into the school. You also see the 5th Street Bright Devils taking off this way. As you look around, those are the people you know.
Okay. And I see the van pulling out, but can I see into the van? Can I see like kind of what's going on?
With the 22, you see as they're pulling out, Reese kind of looking over his shoulder, shouting directions back, and Cameron and Zac moving Grant around.
Okay. Then what I want to do is try to head to the van as fast as I can. If I can use my dive, I would like to do that.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna basically dive diagonally, and
My front passenger seat is open. It is like nobody's sitting in the front passenger seat right now. Everybody is just piled into the back trying to help him.
I'm coming at you, and I'm straight up warning you. Like I'm giving you like an incoming. Undo the window.
So yeah, I'd lean across and hand crank the window down.
all right. So yeah, with your dive, you're beside the van, kind of flying, pretty much parallel to it, keeping up as you come out of your dive. If you want to give me an acrobatics check to try to, as you're part of doing this dive, come into the window.
Yeah.
Be cool and shit if you want.
It would be cool and shit if I gave you an acrobatics check. Okay. 19?
Yeah, so when you drop into your dive, do you want to describe it?
Yeah, I would love to. Like from start to finish, what's happening is I'm giving you like an incoming roll down the window. I am kind of on this side, like on the left side of the screen, coming across to the right. And when a peregrine goes in the dive, it's just going to be a drop a shoulder, flip down over it, and come down as fast as they can, flapping using gravity and just going faster and faster. This isn't super high, but probably getting up over like 100 miles an hour at this point. Just coming in, trying to get to the van. And then as I hit next to the window, I literally just want to do like another, like as if I was going to dive, flip, turn into the van. And that'll probably hurt as I hit the seat, but I'm going in.
So you got a pretty good ability check. So as you basically turn your dive to flip into the window, you do hit part of your wing. It's not enough to damage you too much to where you're not going to be able to morph out. So your wing maybe broke a little bit, but you're about to morph out. So.
Yep.
I'm gonna she kind of flies and is perched now in that seat. I'm gonna pull a backpack out from underneath the front passenger seat, and in there is a hoodie and a spare pair of jeans.
Sweet.
Because she'll be able to get dressed and stuff. So.
Yeah, I just want to start my demorph right there, and then can I help people in the van by bossing them a bit?
Yeah. Yeah, you can use
Okay.
the help action. A lot of this is going to be a theater of the mind, but when you start, the challenge right now is Grant. So your actions and stuff can be focused towards him. All the other stuff is kind of flavor. Do mark off your demorph stuff.
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
it. Yeah. When I get in there, I just want to start bossing people around. Like, I literally just want to go in there and be like, somebody make sure that his airway is clear. Zach, make sure that like he can still breathe. Make sure there's pressure on the wound. And then I know this. Savannah's gonna try something I know it probably won't help, but I think I want to use thought speak and like literally just like try and reverberate around Grant's head, saying, "You gotta morph. Get to possum. Morph to possum."
Can we hear the thought speak?
Yeah, you guys can hear the thought speak. It's open thought speak to
Okay.
people in the van.
When she's saying that, it's now occurring to me to yell morph. So I'm going to start yelling in his face just as loud as I can to morph out. As I'm keeping pressure on him and trying to roll him up so his head is no longer smashed into the dirty carpet of a 30-year-old van.
So you're like putting him on his side now.
Yeah,
because
we have to keep pressure on both.
Before we get to you, Reese, I got a couple of things I'm going to make them do. So Savannah, your action is the help action, and your thought speaking in Grant's head just as a free action. Zac, make me a persuasion check as you yell.
Oh, damn it! I don't have that. Okay, persuasion it is. An 11.
Yeah, you yell at him. Morph. Reese.
Yep.
Is there anything you want to do as Savannah's yelling out instructions and Zach's yelling to try to get him awake and more?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I can't think of a place I would be going other than the hospital. So yeah, no, I am definitely going to the hospital, heading that way. So yeah, no, I'm going to the hospital as quickly as possible.
So before Cameron does anything, Cory.
No.
Grant. Give me a death save.
It was a good one.
19. Yeah.
19.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's a success.
1-1.
That's a success. Cameron is gonna look to Reese, look back at Grant, and he then look to Zac and say, "Hold him for a second."
I'm holding him.
And he stands up and like grabs Reese's shoulder and he says, "Switch."
And just going for it, fucking just tumble into the passenger seat sitting on Savannah's lap
As
for a second.
There's a fucking half hand, half feather in your face.
She is an eldritch abomination right now.
You're just gonna reach over, lay her chair back so that she's not in my face, and I'm like just kind of shoving her sideways as she and I are both in the front seat and cameras. Yeah.
I think at that point she'll just be going, "Jesus Christ, Reese!"
You could throw her into the back seat.
Yeah, like you could probably just do
It's like
that.
a basketball.
It's just head, still like a falcon body, and then two hands at the ends of wings.
Why'd you wave them like that?
Wings.
All right.
That's never mind.
It's a very serious moment.
Yeah.
Cameron jumps to the front as Reese squishes Savannah
Just
to the
hands
side.
against face against window.
Yeah.
Just beak like, God damn it, Reese.
And
what does Jelly Bean do
I'll-
during this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you guys almost crashed. Let's see. Cameron's not proficient in any kind of vehicles.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad that he's driving.
Okay.
You guys. So
he
as
fucking,
Cameron,
he fucking hates trash cans.
yeah. You guys go off the road for a second. As Cameron's still moving into the front seat. Reese, what do you do?
I'm gonna move further into the back seat, and I'm gonna start just essentially trying to like I'm gonna see if I can make any kind of try to do medicine in order to wake up Grant. Sorry, I'm genuinely panicking right now, so I'm stumbling.
I'm gonna help you. I'll help you. So how I have this set up is you guys have to do. What are you doing to try to wake up Grant or try to help Grant's wound? And if you trigger something on my list, and you pass the check, something can happen to help you or to not help you.
Okay.
But I'm not going to tell you what the things on the list are, but they're common things that you
Right.
can do to treat a wound.
I get the sense that Grant is losing a lot of blood very fast.
Well, we're pressing
Um,
on him now.
Yeah.
That's not going to, you do need a medicine check to try to stop the wound. It's not, you
Right.
can't.
I'm gonna do a medicine check to like shove my thumb with gauze in there and pack the wound and make sure he's not bleeding out.
Okay.
Not just bare thumb into wound. I saw Nate's face just go, like a thumb into cherry pie. Like
gauze wrapped around your thumb into the wound or
Yeah.
something like that.
As long as it doesn't go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do have
Yeah.
advantage on this because Savannah has given you the help action.
Okay. That's a 20, dog. That's a fucking 20. And
So-
not a natural 20, but a 20.
You wrap the gauze around your thumb and shove it into the front wound. And
Pap, packing it full of gauze, making sure he's not bleeding out. Fuck, dude.
it stops, but Grant still kind of hemorrhages a little bit, and Savannah, through thought speak, tells Zac to put his thumb in the wound on the back.
Okay.
And
Zac is he's going to do that with his left hand because he's right-handed,
Okay.
and he's going to cast about for his backpack and pull his hydro flask out that's full of water and
Okay.
start dumping some water on Grant's face to try to help wake him up.
so, yeah, you get gauze wrapped around your thumb and easily poke it in there and stop the bleeding as part of Reese's action
yeah.
and Savannah's help action. You can go ahead and make a medicine check as you pour this water on there to clean the wound.
Well, he's pouring it on his face.
He's trying to
Yeah,
wake
on
me
his
up.
face.
Oh,
trying to shock
okay.
me.
I'm sorry.
Because slapping
Shit.
him didn't work and yelling at him hasn't worked, so now I'm just trying to pour water on his face.
You pour water on his face.
Do I need that medicine
Unfortunately,
check to do it? I just clicked it because you had said to, but hopefully I don't because it's a fucking 2.
So you pour the water on his face, and his body is still kind of hemorrhaging a little bit.
It's like, tilt his head up. Don't let the water go in his nose.
God.
So back to Savannah.
I'm still demorphing, so I can't do much physical assistance yet. So I want to use my turn again to do the help action and just continue, like what Reese was already saying, just being like, make sure you keep the water out of his mouth, keep the airways clear, keep the wound as high as possible, and keep pressure on that.
When they start yelling at me to not get the water in his mouth and his nose, I'm probably going to just stop pouring and concentrate on thumb in hole.
All right. So yeah, she grants the help action again. Zac, do you have anything new that you want to do, or
I might try and pour this on the wound now.
Okay. Yeah, give me another medicine check.
One of these has to be good, right? Statistically.
One of them has to be.
And you've got the help action.
With the help
Savannah,
action, I get advantage, right?
Yes.
God, thank God.
I was gonna
18.
say if Savannah can. That's fine. We already did it. So
I declare basically, right?
yeah, you did. I was gonna say if Savannah, because you choose who you give the help action to.
Oh.
But it's fine. We've been playing the next person that goes, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I figured she was just throwing a help action into the back seat, and whoever needs it could pick it up.
That's true too. That's fine with me. But yeah, you clean the wound. So you guys have stopped the bleeding. You have cleaned the wound. You've poured water on him. You've turned him on his side, which is good. Now, Reese, so it's on you. So these are the things you guys have done so far. Grant stops kind of shaking and seizuring. He stops doing that.
Just
but
gonna
he's
go
still
slack, or
he's still breathing.
okay, he's still breathing.
You and Savannah can kind of tell this is a good sign.
Okay. Ah, shit, dude. Okay. So I'm gonna just keep calling out all the different things that I see and be like, okay, he's stopped hemorrhaging. We've got everything blocked now. The wound has been cleaned. I want to with my free hand, take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and just kind of pour it around the areas just to fully sterilize, because like his shirt at this point has been pulled up and I want to disinfect the area, and hopefully the pain from that will, well, I mean, here he does have a thumb stuck in him,
Two of them,
but hopefully, yeah, hopefully that'll also trigger something to wake him up now that he's also been kind of stabilized. Also, I wouldn't keep my thumb in there. I kind of I plugged it with gauze, so, and I'm holding that in place.
Before you roll,
Mm-hmm.
Cameron is gonna try to get the jelly beans stable.
Okay.
He manages to get it back on the street, but this neighborhood is down about 7 mailboxes and 6 garbage cans. And before you make this roll, Reese, Grant,
come on, man,
give me a death save with advantage.
Thank you.
Because you're on your side and you hear in your head, morph possum, morph possum.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
You didn't roll it right. You got
That's
advantage.
You have advantage.
I know.
Oh,
Come on, come on.
oh, that's the first roll was a 7. 14. Holy shit!
God.
That's 2
So that's
successes,
2
dog.
successes.
1 and 2.
Oh, I'm so stressed.
This is genuinely very stressful, and I kind of hate it.
Very. Yeah, me too.
Ugh.
Grant.
Me most. me a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Oh, I'm legitimately gonna pass out. Oh no.
Grant. As you're kind of in your head, you just kind of see a vision of your body just kind of floating in nothingness. And then kind of a bluish purple mist starts to surround. And you see a bright white light. Savannah, it's your turn.
How demorphed am I at this point?
Because of your speed morpher, and this is all taking place in Theater of the Mind. Yeah, about halfway. More towards the fully demorphed than Peregrine Falcon.
Okay. And I am going to start to now that I am getting towards human limbs, I will try to get towards the back seat to help them, but I again just want to throw out the help action to whoever needs it. And then I just kind of want to add a little bit of I just kind of want to add a little bit of Animorph's flavor here. And I just want to keep thought speaking to Grant and say, Grant, go to Possum. Remember, gotta go fast. Go fast. No one can catch you. Go fast.
That's so fucking cute, dude.
I love it.
Aww.
Yes, Animorphs is a very cute book series, and there's nothing terrible in it at all.
Hey, Zac, make something terrible happen. It's your turn.
Zach's actually gonna look around for a cushion or something that he can prop his head up on.
Oh, there's absolutely a backpack full of t-shirts.
All right, he's taking notes from Reese. He now removes his thumb because the gauze is in there, and he grabs that.
So we just hear a sickly.
Yeah, Zach doesn't know anything about medicine. Period. A good leader knows when other people know shit better than he does. Anyway, now he's grabbing the backpack and he's like, I'm pretty sure I saw this on fucking Scrubs, and he's shoving it under your head so your head isn't just
on the side of...
Yeah, just underneath.
Yeah, on one of the side pockets wherever you keep your phone. It vibrates.
Mine?
Yep.
Austin, I want to break this down a little bit. Does he have different vibrations for different alerts?
You tell me.
Well,
You tell
so
me.
I do, and I'm nowhere near as savvy as Zach would be. So he should be able to tell from this if that's a Instagram or TikTok going off, or like a text, or like a direct message, or just a regular notification.
I believe it's Instagram.
Is it a DM?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pay more attention to that than anything else, and he's going to pull it out, half expecting to see it's from Burner 616.
Oh, half right and right, fully right.
That's half right, and the other half too.
That's 1.5 rights.
You're super right.
Wow.
There's so many rights it made a left.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and it says it actually says make a left at the next street.
Turn left.
Ah! So
Cameron slams us
gives
into a building because I didn't say wait till the street.
We just turned into an In-N-Out.
He hits a stop sign.
Drive-thru.
The sign of jelly with the mirror, the jelly bean mirror. Oh,
God damn it, Q.
yeah. As he turns, the mirror hits a stop sign. The jelly bean is a driver mirrorless.
Mirror less.
Yeah.
Down a mirror.
Yeah, but he does make the turn.
Does Reese notice that? And does Zach notice that Reese notices that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Like, Reese is entirely focused on saving Grant's life right now.
Okay, Zach notices it, and under his breath just goes, that'll buff out. Because that's one of my favorite jokes, and I have to make it anytime it happens. All right.
Nice.
Reese.
I think we've got him stabilized. We just need to get him awake. Well, he's not, by rules of D&D, stabilized, but we've done all we can do in an emergency situation for him. So, fuck. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've fucking missed with, like, caring for a shot person without actually going and looking it up because we're all on computers right now. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna tell you what, I'm gonna start shouting instructions on how to handle Jellybean to Cameron. It's like just starting to shout instructions. It's like, okay, I gotta go easy on left turns, it pulls a little bit to the right, all that kind of bullshit. It's like the alignment's perfect, it's just something's off, et cetera, et cetera.
So do you want to grant him the help action, I guess?
Yes, because, you know,
You can't help him if he's fucking around in a van,
yeah,
rolling all
So
around.
I'll give him the help action to handle Jellybean more delicately. Yeah,
Grant.
we gotta make sure that we can get there.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Hey, you're up by 1 anyway. If you take 50-50 odds, you're going to be out of this with no problem.
It's just straight now, right?
No,
They still have advantage?
because Savannah threw out a help action that nobody else used. You can use it.
Wow, okay.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys.
You got it.
Nope.
What, help
Fuck,
action.
one
Help action.
short.
One.
Help action.
I know.
Oh,
The first
that's a
one was a
9.
9.
No!
Second one was an 8.
Oh,
All right.
that's
I'm
2 and
2
2,
and 2.
dude.
It's
Fuck.
2 and 2. You got it. You'll have it. No problem.
Yeah, no, we got this, man. In the bag. Fuck.
The voice that you hear saying possum in your head gets a little bit fainter, and the bright light gets a little bit wider. Savannah.
I am over halfway demorphed at this point.
Because we're in this kind of theater of the mind kind of skills challenge, you can be fully demorphed if you need to be.
Okay. I want to get back there and help them and like use a medicine to like make sure his airway's clear, that he's breathing, help them with any pressure, anything I can do to help stabilize. I would like to do that now. May I?
Yes, you may.
Shit. It's a 7.
you look over this wound, and short of surgery or anything, you don't know what else there is you can do.
That's fair.
Yeah. Cameron's gonna try to steady the jelly bean real quick. Still swerving from side to
God
side
almighty.
on the road. It's actually came to the point where sometimes you guys go up on 2 wheels. Grant starts to slide. You guys hold him tight as you can and comes back on the 4. Zac.
I'm just holding Grant steady and looking around at Reese and Savannah because Cameron's up front. Like, holy shit. Like, how far are we from the hospital? I ask Cameron out loud.
Well, when you told me to turn left, we went away from the hospital.
Right. I think Chad's down here. I think he can help us. Look for Chad. See if you can find him.
Chad?
Yeah, I know.
Who's Chad?
The fucking kid with the drone.
The drone?
He knows some shit. Okay.
He's back in the school, isn't he?
I
I saw him go back into the school.
I don't think so. I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just
Why are we not going toward the hospital? What the fuck?
Why aren't we going to the hospital?
Grant coughs up a little bit of blood.
I'm looking out the windshield for Chad.
All right, roll me a perception check.
Of course, 2 nat 20s.
You look out the window, and there's a black drone that is in front of the window, kind of like just staying in front of you, maybe trying to lead you.
Follow the drone as I'm texting. I do not have time for bullshit right now. What the fuck?
Zac, what are you doing? Like, get the fucking shit.
Listen, I know this is fucked. I'll explain it when there's time. Trust me. Just trust me. Please just trust me.
Reese, you have anything you want to do?
I want to shove Zac as hard as I can, but there's more pressing matters. So I'm focused on Grant, and I'm telling Cameron's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. We need to get this guy to the hospital. He needs surgery.
You want to try to convince him to not to go to the hospital?
No, I don't. I'm not like persuade. I'm letting Cameron make up his own mind, but I'll roll a charisma check to see if he listens to me.
Okay.
If you want me to.
You can do persuasion. I think it'll just be your charisma if you're not trained in it. But
yeah,
if you are trained in it,
Would that be his persuasion versus Zac's persuasion? Because they're trying to get him to do different things.
Yeah, you guys can roll opposing persuasion checks. I was gonna have him kind of roll an insight check, but I think that's a nice way to do it.
He just rolled really well.
Nice.
Oh, 21, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Left it up to the dice, man. We did some rollies.
As Reese is like, we got to go to the hospital. We got to go to the hospital. Zac is like, listen, I don't know why. Chad messaged me. He knows what's going on. He saw it. He said we need to turn left, and his drone is right in front of us. We got to follow this drone. He's got to know something we don't know.
Wait. Is Chad an Instagram guy? The fucking
unconfirmed
fired.
Yes, but I mean the fucking drone's here. So what do you think?
Jesus fucking Cameron, just wherever we're going, get there.
He looks at Reese, looks back at Zac, looks down at Grant, looks back at Zac and says, "God damn it!"
I'm getting too old for this shit.
She's like, I just want to be a himbo who plays fucking football. I just
Gotta be cool and hot, man.
Roll me another van check, Reese, because Cameron can't drive very well.
Cameron fucking slammed his foot on the gas, and you can't do that with a jelly bean.
Yep.
No.
Hang on.
Jesus Christ.
That's 3 dexterity. Fuck me. All right, van check.
Holy
That's
shit.
an 18. Okay.
Uh,
Dancing all around that 11. It's only specifically the 11 that is an issue. 1
Yeah.
out of 20 chance, but it cannot be an 11.
The engine cuts off, and you guys are just coasting for a second, and then Cameron's like, "What the fuck?" Starts turning the key, and then
I was like, "Stop turning the key!" And I'm gonna kick
Oh.
the dashboard, and it's gonna roar back to life.
Does it roar back to life?
It do. It do.
Smothers back to
do.
life.
Grant. This one's a straight
This is it.
roll.
This is it.
Oh God.
You see this bright light, this purplish, bluish mist all around you. You hear the voice of Savannah fade out. You see the silhouette of Possum run up beside you, look to you, and cock its head, and then he runs into the light, and your body's just cooled. And as you're like floating in this white light, you hear a booming voice all around you.
Grant.
What? Where? Who? He kind of looks down at where the gunshot wound would have been. He's like,
The gunshot wound's there, and there's blood creeping out of it, and then the blood kind of stops for a second.
oh.
And in front of you, you see like this blue and purple mist correlate and take a humanoid form. And an old man that's kind of translucent blue, shimmering, floats in front of you.
So, is this it?
He smiles.
Not yet.
What?
You're probably really confused.
I'm also... He shot me. He really... Worse than I thought.
He's really insignificant, though, right?
Not if he can do this. I feel like I'm being benched before the fight even started.
Me too. I can't necessarily interfere in your species' in development, their evolution. I could, but I'm not supposed to.
And he kind of smiles at you.
Are you God?
That may be how you view me. The same way an ant would view you as a god.
Said not yet. What does that mean?
It means I am going to interfere.
And he smiles.
Just this once, though. You have an important role yet to play. I can't lose one of my pieces just yet.
I feel special.
You are.
What should I do about Charles?
I'll leave that up to you. But remember what's at stake right now and what's important. That's all I'll say. I can't do this again.
I think
I won't do this again.
Thank you. I'll try to do better with this chance.
Takes a deep breath and kind of looks off into the distance, and he says,
There's a lot more to this war and to this conflict than you know or you can imagine. So it's not time for me to necessarily call on you directly yet. You won't remember any of this, but stay in the game.
and with that, your mind kind of wipes, and he reaches forward and touches your forehead. And when he does, you get the flash of purple and blue mist, and then fire. And then you see a long tower, and sitting on the throne is a humanoid with an eye for a head. Bright flash, and you're unconscious. You don't remember anything except the floating eye head.
Burned into my skull.
Mm-hmm. You guys are in this van and following this drone. The drone pulls off to the left into like a dirt street that kind of leads behind some warehouses. And Cameron pulls back there. You get a vibration in your phone, Zac, and it says, open the door.
I'll reach over and open the sliding door, the side sliding door.
The drone, something comes out of the bottom of it, and it looks just like a prod, and it crackles with electricity, and then pushes itself into Grant's chest. And you guys see his body convulses, and then he takes a deep breath. Grant, you have 1 hit point, and your back and your abs are burning, and you're in intense pain.
I can't. No matter how fast I go, he'll still see me. And then I morph into Possum.
You guys see Grant's nose, mouth, and chin all converge into snoot, and he begins to morph Possum.
Reese is just basically going to collapse with his back, like on the floor of the van, and with his back against the opposite sliding door. Just.
Zac is going to reach up as soon as he sees that Grant is morphing. He knows he's going to be okay now. He's going to reach up and grab this drone.
All right, make me a dexterity check against this thing's dexterity save.
As this is happening and Grant is morphing, you guys hear, it's burning in my head. He sees me. He will always see me.
You grab towards the drone ducks under and flies back out.
God damn it. That's specifically acrobatics checks, okay?
Oh, and that's just repeating. Grant is having a meltdown.
I'm going to look at Cameron. We're parked now, right?
Yeah, behind some warehouses.
I'm going to look at Cameron and go, hey, man, can you catch that thing?
On foot or on the...
On foot.
Fuck. Cameron opens up the door and takes off running after the drone.
I'm going to look at Grant, and I'm going to grab his head between my hands. And I'm going to be like, hey, man, hey. You're okay now. You're okay.
It can.
Look,
I'm not.
I don't know what that means. Just settle down. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, man. I'm gonna give you the same pep talk that Zac gave him after he ate shit on the skateboard. And he was, no doubt, we were several years younger and probably didn't take pain very well. and you know, the same. Like, yeah, look, I know you broke your arm. It sucks. We're gonna be fine. But it's the same. It's the same thing now. Like, I know you got shot. It's gonna be okay.
I don't. I got shot.
Yeah, you got shot.
That kind of snaps him back into it and goes, "Man, I'm not even worried about the bullet."
Good. You shouldn't be, because you're gonna morph right out of it. So you're probably already fine. Is he a dog yet?
Well, I mean, am I a dog yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Reese is gonna reach up, click the handle button on the sliding door behind him. It's gonna click out, and he's gonna shove it to the side and roll backwards out of the van.
You see Cameron as you roll out. You see him turn a corner.
Cameron went that way.
Can you follow him so we know where he's going? I want to stay here with him.
I'm gonna get into the driver's seat and follow Cameron in the car.
Okay, just go careful.
Doors open and stuff. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm still casual, like driving casual.
I don't know. Fly casual.
When Reese is doing that, I'm gonna jump into the passenger seat and start putting on the clothes in the bag that he indicated earlier, so I'm not sitting there in my underwear.
You have a morphing suit now, don't you?
I didn't think to wear it to school. Why would I?
Oh, well, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Well, yeah, I'll think about it now.
Yeah.
Like Reese is already like, oh, okay, I'm getting Spider-Man costumes for everybody for Halloween.
I already got us
for
costumes.
Christmas. Like, well, yeah, but like, oh, Spider-Man costume. It's skin tight. It hugs to you, and also it covers everything, so nobody can see who we are. So, it's gonna be like fucking balaclava, and then Under Armour shirt and leggings.
As Grant continues to morph, Zac is gonna, I'm still holding head in hands, like, and I guess as the fur starts to come out, he's just gonna scratch him behind the ear. In a far more tender moment than than Zac would normally allow himself to have with his friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
As you guys start to come around the corner where you saw Cameron, you see just the tail end of Cameron like push himself up onto a dumpster and then jump off and try to grab for this drone.
Thought he was just doing a sick parkour move.
He grabs
He
it.
is.
He is. Yeah.
He comes down in the air and kind of like clutches it to his chest.
Hell yeah.
As you guys pull up beside him.
That was a
can I
23.
have
Good
him,
roll.
like, can I pull up underneath him because he jumped off the dumpster and he lands on the roof?
Get a Millennium Falcon him.
So that I catch him.
You come around the corner, he jumps up, grabs the thing, and as he's falling, you speed up just enough that he only falls like a foot onto the top of the jelly bean. And then he rolls off. Stands up. The drone's flying everywhere, and he's trying to hold it. This thing's strong.
Can I jump out and help him? Like, try to grab it.
Oh, he's in the van now, right?
Yeah. He's
He's
outside of
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Savannah jumps out, and together you guys can kind of get it into the back seat.
Okay. When they have it, I'm gonna take it. Or like they can still be holding it. I'm just gonna like direct it so that the camera's pointing at my face and go, "Where the fuck are you, Chad?"
When you say that, so you look at this where the camera is on the front of this drone. It's a circle drone. It has like a wide lens camera on the front, like a good lens so it can see. And like, you know how drones normally have the things that come out of the sides and there's like little propellers. Mm-hmm. This one propels from the bottom, so it just looks like a Roomba almost. And it has like openings on the sides of it and on the bottom where it looks like that prod came out of one of them. Maybe some other stuff can happen.
This is an R2 unit with the propeller. Like,
it looks pretty fucking sophisticated. And the dot on it is red right now. Like there's a red light right beside the lens.
Okay.
And then it turns green and then it goes off and the drone stops resisting.
Is it to turn off completely?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The fans and everything, and it stopped.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shove it into my backpack if it'll fit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh,
It's like a small Roomba.
got you.
It's
And
about the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've had a Roomba. We bought it at a yard sale. Anyway, then I'm just gonna sigh and kind of deflate. I assume Grant is fully dog at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, great.
Uh,
Fully dog now.
let's go to the park or something.
It's like Reese is out of the car, door open. You just hear bing, 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 and then it just stops because Jellybean gives up after a while. But yeah, Reese is just out of the car, and you just see him standing like.
Okay. Zach's gonna. When I see that, Zach will kind of give Possum Grant another pat on the head and go, "You all right, man?"
No.
Okay, that's fair.
I saw something while I was. I think I.
Is he good?
I'm good, man. I say in general thought speak to everyone. Say I'm not good. We need.
Thank fuck.
I'm alive. We need right now. I'm so sorry. I underestimated Charles, but he
Don't
also.
even worry about that, man.
We need neutral ground right now. We got to figure things out. Take me to Ricky's. Trust me on that.
I'm gonna beat him to death.
Well, while Grant is talking, I want to go up to Reese and just be like, breathe, like coach him through, like hand on the back, like breathe, breathe.
So Zach was about to get out of the van to go do that, and he sees Savannah doing it, and he just kind of nods and gets back in.
I'm great in a pinch, but like afterward, I fall the fuck apart. I'm gonna go vomit, then I'll get in the car. I'll be right there.
I just gotta go.
And he's just-
I just gotta go Technicolor yawn real fast, and then.
I gotta go talk to a man about some puke.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go and go behind the dumpster and just absolutely fucking vomit.
Grant is like I said. Grant is going back to human.
No. If there's any sign of that, I'll be like, hey, why don't you stay as a dog for a minute? Just you got time. You know what? It's good for the brain. Just it's all right, man.
Grant's gonna say, Zach, I can't. I don't know why, but I can't fully articulate right now why it's not. I need to be human right now. We got to work some stuff out. I can't go into the possum.
Okay.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, man.
Can I have your hydro flask? I'm gonna grab some alcohol wipes from the first aid kit, and I'm gonna grab your hydro flask, and I'm gonna clean the blood off of our hands. Like.
Oh yeah, good call, man.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I will stand like with my hands out and like let you pour water on them and start cleaning off. Yeah.
Absolutely, and then alcohol wipe right afterward, get it all off of us and stuff, and then anybody that has blood on them, I'm gonna give them a change of clothes that I have stored here for them.
Don't worry about it. My clothes get bloodied up all the time from skateboarding. I'll wash it when I get home.
I mean, fresh T-shirt. You don't want to have fucking.
I
blood
just
on you.
strip the hoodie off and I'm just in the black shirt. I'm like, it's seriously fine. Don't worry about it.
When Grant gets human, Austin, I want to grab my phone and call Ricky.
All right. After it rings for a couple seconds, you hear, "Hello?
Hey, Rick. Hey, Rick.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you, but can you close shop for a minute? I need you.
Yeah. Yeah.
My friends and I will be there soon. I'll explain everything.
Okay.
As soon as he's off the phone, I'm going to look at him and be like, what are you going to explain?
Charles, not
Okay.
Charles, not the other thing.
You can't tell him you got shot.
I have to tell him I got shot.
Where's the wound?
We can...
Nope.
No, well, you don't... Listen to me, Zach. You don't know who Ricky is. You don't know who he was. We need him right now.
Telling you, man, you cannot tell somebody that you got shot and not have a bullet wound.
Then we might need to do a little bit more to make sure that Ricky is not compromised, because what we need right now is him. I promise. And he's gonna need something, and me telling him I got shot is...
Can you say you got shot at?
Yeah.
Can you say you got shot at? Is that not good enough that you were shot at? It's a gun on a school campus.
You know what? We can work with that.
And everybody saw the gun go off, and you get in the van. We can say he shot and
Reese
missed.
goes around back of the jelly bean, and there's a bullet hole in the back of the jelly bean because you all were running towards me when you got shot.
High or low?
High or low?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking it's just like a bullet hole in the like trunk metal.
I know.
But
But if it matters,
High or low?
we're leaving
If it might not matter, yeah.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and roll. Let's say high.
All right.
So let me roll a d20, or you roll a d20.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm gonna use a point of luck.
Haha!
Okay. Okay.
Fuck!
Hey, I'm gonna use a point of luck.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think you can use two.
How many do you get?
I can use them.
Who the fuck set Roll22 against us today?
Oh, shit.
Time to reload the app.
No, I'll just use that first point,
Jesus.
just because I wanted to.
It's okay.
Not technically a attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, but you know.
Yeah. No bullet hole in there.
Grant is also going to text Patch and say, we need to talk neutral ground. Ricky's 4 hours.
You get a text back and it says that's not neutral ground.
He's gonna respond back with, the fuck it isn't. He's out. You know he's out. You won't touch me there, and I won't kill someone in there. You know that.
You don't even get the dots for a minute, so about a minute or two goes past. The message you get back says fine. Behind Ricky's place, no weapons.
He's gonna say, fine, Ricky has to be there.
Thumbs up emoji.
Okay.
And yeah, you head to Ricky's right now, like right away.
I think so.
I'm gonna look around one last time and see if I can see Chad somewhere.
Roll me another perception check.
There's a 12. That ain't great.
12. As you guys are driving and looking around, you don't see Chad anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys pull up to Ricky's Bunzai.
Is there a close sign on it?
You see as you're pulling up, he's gesturing an old woman out, and she has like a bag with looks like to-go baked goods.
Free shit.
And as she goes out, he flips the sign.
Grant's gonna say, go around the back.
Yeah, like Reese was already like seeing that happen, pulling around the back, like going.
Ricky
up the block and
clocks you
going,
too.
Yeah.
So, would Zac have a history check or something to know exactly why we're here? Because he's friends with Grant, or?
Roll
know.
me a history check.
Would I have told him about this? I don't think I
With a
would have
nat
told
20?
him.
Yeah.
Probably picked up on it.
Yeah, you probably haven't told him about it because this is, criminal activity stuff.
Yeah, it's not something I would out Ricky for without
but-
me.
Yeah, but with the nat 20, you put two and two together. Ricky is Grant's supply for one.
Yeah, I already knew that.
And Ricky
Got some
used
prison
to be
tats?
something. He doesn't have prison tats,
Okay.
but he has gang tats.
Okay.
But he's not active. You know that he's basically
No longer a blue handkerchief
with
hanging
that
out of his
life.
back pocket.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
a yellow one or whatever
Only
the
on the
color
left
they use.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So Zach's not going to ask what's going on then, because he's going to just kind of be like, all right, don't like this, but we're here.
yeah, and you guys get to the back of Ricky's.
Before we all get out of the van, I'm going to look around and try to catch everybody's eye and be like, shot at, not hit. No mention of anything else we're doing.
Got
Okay.
it.
Cameron nods.
I'm going to leave the bloody hoodie in the car.
Turn it inside out so that anybody that sees it through the
It's like
window-
crumpled up anyway, yeah.
Gotcha.
Grant's also gonna say, "Leave that fucking drone in the car, dude."
Oh, it's in the car. I'll leave the whole bag in the car,
backpack
but
in
carry
the
my
car.
board in.
Yeah.
Cameron
And,
does switch to a Big Zo shirt that Reese gave him.
Nice.
Word.
I take a Big Zo shirt too because my OG shirt has 2 bullet holes in it.
What about your jacket, man?
That already had holes in it.
Grant says, "I won't go in with the jacket," and he points everywhere in his jacket. He's like, "I can put a patch; it'll be fine."
All right. All right, let's go.
As you guys get out of the van and are walking in, Cameron kind of saddles up next to you, Grant, and he says, "Hey, man, I didn't think he would do anything like that, especially at the school."
I mean, it's kind of my fault. I egged him on and I stabbed him in the leg. I got him really good. He can't heal out of it like I can. Cameron, we're not invincible with this. And he kind of lowers his voice. He's like, "I don't want to freak the other guys out, but like, I do want to tell someone, and I want to make this. I wasn't. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't remember anything other than fear and burning and watching, but
Did you go to hell?
it felt like it, man. Something saw me. I didn't. I think I did die.
No, man. Look, you're right here.
No. He stops him. He looks him in the face and he goes, "I did. And I don't think we're coming back from something like that again. I need to be more careful. Charles isn't worth this." And then he's going to walk into the place.
So, I have 2 questions. The first is, did Cameron just go? Did you go to hell like at a normal speaking volume while Grant was talking, all hushed? And then a more serious question is, could any of us overhear that with a perception check?
Yeah, I don't think he was being like he did say he was kind of quieting down. But
I mean,
where
I'm certainly within eavesdropping range if y'all want to.
you guys can give me perception checks if you want to catch
Well,
it.
I didn't fucking hear it. I
and
rolled a
it won't be
6.
half.
Hell
Well, I was
yeah.
gonna say the
It's
DC was
like-
5. So
Fine.
Oh,
you guys,
we only need a 5?
DC was 5. Nice.
Well,
That's fair.
typical Grant. Totally like, all right, don't tell anybody. And we're all just like,
We can hear you.
mhm.
I'm still shaken up. Like, I'm really trying not to freak everyone else out, but I am still shaken up and just trying to tell Cameron largely because I know that, Cameron has some history there too. And he's going to be like, "I underestimated it, but I did tell you Charles was bad news."
before we get too close to the building, I'm going to interrupt or interject and be like, does Ricky have security? Cameras and shit?
Ricky, I mean, he's got a CCTV out in the back to make sure people aren't like
Okay.
coming into the safe. But, like, it's minimal, and Grant's gonna kind of stop for a second and be like, "Man, he doesn't need security. Why?"
Because we're all together and we're not normally together.
Have
Man.
we seen Ricky before? Have we met him face to face?
I've definitely met him.
Zach probably has.
Ricky's
If-
cool,
I mean-
but I don't know who else could ever get a hold of this video footage. I'm worried about anybody else ever catching this footage and seeing 5 people, sorry, Savannah, together that aren't normally together.
I'll ask him to wipe it. He's not going to ask questions about that, I don't think.
Word.
All right. And I assume at this point, Ricky's coming out to meet us.
You guys see the camera, and before you go into the door opens, and kind of trailing off at the end, Cameron looks over to Savannah and says, "Hey, I'm a dude. You're a dude too."
Thanks, Cameron.
Yeah. He just smiles.
We're all dudes.
I love
We're
Cameron.
all dudes.
When Ricky opens the door, I'm like, "What's up, Dwayne the Rick Johnson?"
Who's this? He's not that huge. He's worked out in his day, but he's not like The Rock. He's like Channing Tatum or something.
I assume when Ricky says that, it's like not warm or welcoming. It's
Who's this?
yeah.
Who's this kid?
Friend and an idiot. Let's go inside.
He like gestures for you all to come in.
I deflect trauma with humor. Thanks.
As we're going
through it, huh?
As we're going to sit down, Grant's gonna say, "Ricky, I fucked up. I'm gonna say we haven't talked about this, but I think it makes sense, especially with his history, and it's part of the reason that Grant wasn't gonna get tied up in any of this stuff. Grant has told everything about the history here to Ricky. Ricky is in the loop on everything that has happened with these people. He's gonna say, I stabbed Charles.
Oh.
He was trying to go after another kid who is a friend, and I've got some fucking words for that guy, but he shot at me on school grounds. And, I struck first, I'm not going to pretend like, but I'm sorry I did this without talking to you, but things were moving quickly. I told them to come here to talk out back, not in the store, but they know who you are. They know that they're not gonna. I want to resolve this and let it be resolved and done if we can. I don't need this to escalate. I don't want to kill him. I'll do what I got to do, but I would rather put this to bed.
He looks around to Savannah, Zac, Reese, and Cameron, then looks back to you. You trust them?
With everything I have.
He nods. He said, and he turns around and starts to kind of look through some of his cabinets and stuff that are in the back, and he says, "How long do we have?"
4 hours.
Nods. I need to make some phone calls. I will. I'll do what I can now. Grant, you know that I can't protect you. If they don't agree to these terms that we set forth, I can't enforce it.
I know. That's not what I need you for. That's not why I had them come here. They would not dare to draw blood here. That I needed neutral ground. If they don't agree, if we don't come to a conclusion, I know that I'm not safe from it. And in that case, he's going to say to Ricky, he's going to say, I may, if you're willing, ask for something a little bit more than my knife.
Nods.
But I hope it doesn't come to that. But there are more important, and he kind of stops himself and he's going to say, I never wanted to get mixed up with Charles. I was trying to stop him from going after another kid who is, depending on what he says, possibly on my shit list. But I'm not someone who wants to hurt people, Ricky. You know that.
What other kid?
Bart Allen.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. I'm good at that. It's a 22.
That does something to Ricky. Like he's when you say that name, Bart Allen, he's like, oh shit. He sighs.
Grant's gonna say, what? What?
Bart Allen was working for me.
What?
Back when you were hanging with Charles and Patch, you know, when you started to get to know him, during you and Patch's relationship, I had Bart buying from Charles and as a prospect trying to get in their gang so I could find his customers.
Ricky.
They were selling them shit laced with fentanyl.
Oh, fuck. This is why I did this in the first...
Ricky will say, I was taking their customers and giving them better deals so I could keep them off the fentanyl laced stuff.
Okay. I get why you didn't, but I wish you had told me that.
I know.
But
we're here now.
They were gunning for him, Ricky. I don't know what him trying to get in with them was, but like, they wanted to hurt him. I did what I did to take the heat off of him.
He's my responsibility too. I put him in this situation. So
all right. While we're figuring this out, I guess catch him up to speed with the fact that I know that and the fact that him and I need to talk.
He nods. You guys help yourself to the baked goods.
Zach was
I need to
already
make some
halfway through a
preparation.
cinnamon roll. And he like looks up when Ricky
Grant's-
says that and he's like,
Grant's gonna just chuckle and shake his head at Zach.
he's been here. He
gonna
knows the routine.
Grant's also gonna say, hey, by the way, would you just overabundance of caution, probably you're going to do this anyways, can you wipe the CCTV footage of this at the end of the day?
No problem.
And then
Hey Grant, if you want me to be here, that's one thing, but I kind of feel like Cameron and Savannah and Reese ought to go, if you know what I mean.
we shouldn't have everyone here for this anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I talk to my friends for a minute, Ricky?
No problem. And I have some calls I need to make anyway. And he goes back to his office.
Like, as soon as Ricky walks out of the room, Savannah's gonna turn to Grant and be like, I need to understand. I don't understand the situation. I need some basics here.
Grant is going to say, that's fair, and you deserve that. Ricky is... I'm not going to get fully into Ricky's history. No one's going to touch Ricky. They wouldn't dare. So this is neutral ground to talk to the 5th Bright Street Devils, who are a gang that I refuse to join because they are bad people, and I am not someone who wants to be in a gang. I actually sell directly in opposition to them because they, as I suspected and just had confirmed, laced their shit. They were not happy when I told them to fuck off because they just wanted me to join. I told them to go fuck themselves. Patch, who I was fighting with and spitting blood on there earlier, is my ex who wanted me to go, and we broke up because I didn't want... That part's not important. I wouldn't go with them because that's not my scene. No, you don't believe this, but I'm better than that. And now we're going to meet here because we have more important things to take care of than this gang beef that I don't even want to be a part of. So if I can find a way to get them to back off, I don't like what they're doing, but it's not. It's not important to what we're doing. It's not important to what we need to do. And I don't want them on the street selling bad drugs that are hurting people. But I think that there's a bigger picture that we need to focus on right now. So if I can get this resolved without anybody getting hurt, especially us, I'm going to. Now, and Grant's going to turn to Zac and say, as far as them not being here, they shouldn't seem to be here, but they should all be here.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at.
Well, I just wanted to make sure everything was clear. Didn't need to send them away and that not happen.
No worries.
Any other questions? Anything I can clear up? I know that I'm sorry you guys are getting caught up in this. I never wanted to involve anyone else, but I guess we're all kind of caught in each other's shit now. My shit's rough.
You've never had me as backup for this kind of shit before. Now, I figured
never
out.
wanted to.
I figured it out. Never really knew how to offer my help, but I'll be there if you want me to. Or I won't be there if you want me to be.
You should be there.
Okay. And then
I bet I doubt Patch is gonna not bring Charles, so you should be there.
Okay.
Okay, and you just want Reese, Cameron, and I to bug you later?
No. No. We'll talk.
Okay.
I was thinking birds on a roof.
Something like that.
Speaking of bugs, how safe is this place?
I'm not gonna go into his full history. This, as far as something like the 5th Bright Street Devils, who in the grand scheme of things are a small chump gang, this is the safest place in the world. This is safer than the precinct.
As far as bugs go.
Bugs? No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know.
You are... Grant's gonna lean in and say, everything that we just said is nonsense and could be code, even if there was a bug here, which, what? Nothing. No.
Okay. I'm going to look at Savannah, and I'm just going to say, Han Solo.
Cool.
And then I'm going to look at Cameron and kind of raise an eyebrow and go, I don't know. Whatever you got, I guess. And then I'll look at Reese and go, something big?
Grant's gonna look over at Cameron and say, "Hoot hoot, motherfucker."
And I'll nudge Cameron and be like, we can talk.
Does Cameron just look confused?
He does a little bit.
That's not get what we're doing. I just thought about that. Cameron's gonna be like,
yeah.
Reese kind of wraps his knuckles against his sternum just twice, just 2 taps to mimic a gorilla.
Zac winks.
I don't know where we're gonna hide those things, guys. Like, they should be around.
We'll watch first, and we'll take action second.
No,
fair?
Yes, but you should be watching is something that cannot be seen.
Right.
We have.
Oh my god!
I got it. Hey,
we got it.
I'm gonna catch Grant's eye, and I'm gonna stare at his eyes right in the face and go, "I got it, man."
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, Zac, you're such an inspiring leader.
Glad to hear that.
Reese was being half genuine, half joking, and Reese is gonna shake his head and smirk and say, "Master of stealth." And it's gotten to the point where Reese is no longer pissed about it. We haven't had this discussion, but like Reese is no longer upset about it. It's fucking done and over with, and we've got bigger fish to fry.
Mhm.
So it's just like the smirk lets you know that he's cool with it.
There's like a lull as we're talking about this stuff and like we're getting ready. And Grant's gonna say, "Did I get zapped awake by a fucking drone?"
Yeah, that's in the
Yeah, that
van.
did happen.
So just since we have time, I guess we're all just sitting around one of the tables eating biscuits or some shit. Chad is burner 616. I'm 99% positive. If it's not him, he's using someone else's account. You know what I mean? The drone
Well, I gotta
is
talk to Bart about some shit anyway, so.
the drone is Chad's. Chad messaged me while we were driving you to the hospital and said turn left.
Has he said anything else since we've been here?
Probably pull it out and be like, no. We were driving you to the hospital. He had seen the fight. I saw him running away from it because I was trying to see him so that I could sick Savannah on his drone. She was up in the air as a falcon. I saw him leaving the scene. We were driving away, and he texted me, turn left. Now that tells me that can only mean that he's got some kind of insider knowledge. That's why I decided to tell Cameron to turn. In the moment, that seemed like the right thing to do.
Your instincts seem good to me, man.
I'm kind of looking at the group as like this is an apology. Or it's not an apology because I don't think I'm sorry about it, but I made a snap decision and it probably came as a surprise. I hope everyone gets it. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, I get it. He helped Grant.
Yeah, but I didn't know that's what was going to happen at the time, and it was almost a gamble that it could have cost us Grant his life. I still think it was the right decision.
I feel like the gamble that might have cost me my life was stabbing Charles, but we're gonna try and get that worked out.
There are steps between the cause and effect of stabbing leg and being shot, and the other steps aren't reasonable.
Yeah. Grant's gonna look at Savannah and he's gonna say, "I heard you while I was out. It helped. I think it helped bring me back. Thank you."
Yeah. We don't have to. No problem.
Cool.
Cameron will say, I understand that Charles is, I guess, not important to what we're doing overall, but we did say if we could do good, we should. This guy's a bad guy. Do we really just want to give up on him?
What do you want to do? We want to try and take down a gang? Do you want to kill him?
Cameron kind of shies back when you say that, and he says, I don't know. He tried to kill you.
He did. He did try to kill me.
I don't want to kill anybody.
Cameron, I see where you're coming from, but it's one gang in one city versus an invasion. I think we got to focus on the bigger picture here.
All of my efforts and everything that I was trying to do before this was to, kids are gonna smoke. We just do it, but I don't want people to get hurt from that. There's no reason they should be, and it was part of the reason that I was doing what I was doing, and it's part of the reason that Ricky was doing what he was doing here. But that's so insignificant right now. I don't want people getting hooked on fentanyl, but I also think that we're the only ones who have a chance to stop some of what's going on right now. And this feels like small fish.
Okay. Then Zac, about an hour and a half after you guys arrived, that's where you are now. So, if you wanted to do something,
Oh, we had a 4-hour window, and what I'm saying is a half hour before that is up, a half hour before we expect them. I'm gonna
okay.
just kind of, as long as Ricky's still out of the room.
He has checked in on you guys, but he's been doing all kinds of stuff for the past few hours.
Okay. So then, really briefly, here's my thought process. Savannah, only because I can't think of how a moose can do what I need the other two to do. I'd like if you were in the air, giving us live updates on where people are at, and then be ready to strike if you need to. Keep an eye out for somebody with any weird lumps in the backs of jackets and shirts, sticking out of waistbands, that kind of thing. I think a gorilla can easily jump down from a rooftop. And I think a bear probably can. Although I guess I don't know. Is there a dumpster that we can hide him behind or something?
There is a dumpster behind Ricky's.
It'd be great if there was a way to do like a pincher maneuver where we've got gang activity happening in one spot and then a gorilla on a roof and a bear behind a dumpster that can rush in from all angles. I mean, once again, Grant, if you want me there, I'll be there as a dude. You'll have Ricky with you too. But
yeah,
having a mandrill nearby wouldn't hurt.
We should talk about what this conversation wants to look like from our end with Ricky before we go out there, now that I think on it.
Okay. I can do that too. But we don't need these three for that, and it'd probably be better if they got up in their rooftop positions or whatever.
Okay. I don't... It's your call, man.
What, for me?
I don't feel like we're going to need all that.
I just want us to be careful. Hopefully nothing happens.
All right.
Now,
okay.
The gorilla and the bear are new morphs. So we need to take that carefully.
I got it.
Okay. Are you good?
Grant's going to kind of chuckle and he's going to be like, go morph in the van.
So I got it.
It would probably be better if we can get to the rooftop. Then at least they'll be isolated in a way and not able to break out into the normal population if they try morphing up there first. I mean, the bear not so much, but the gorilla.
Yeah, bear and a gorilla on a rooftop is super chill.
Not at the same time.
Say hopefully the gorilla will be kind of easy to control. And then, because they're kind of humanish already. And then maybe you can keep the bear in check because you're big and strong.
While Zac was talking, Reese stood up from the seat that he was in, started walking toward the back, and anybody that wants to follow can follow.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Okay.
We know where we're going.
Yeah, Cameron stands up too, looks to Grant and says, "Good luck."
You too, man.
Reese heads toward the freezer.
Okay.
Opens the freezer, steps inside, closes it, and begins to morph gorilla for the first time.
I will just lean against the door, figuring out what you're doing, and just kind of...
Yeah, you'll hold it shut.
Keep an eye out. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not holding it shut. I'm just leaning against it, ready to open it when he seems like he's under control.
In most industrial freezers, there's
no opening.
Yeah, there's a pike that you can put into the lock.
They also don't open from the inside very easily. Usually that little
right,
handle
that's
thing's
why
busted.
I'm standing there to open it for him.
Reese, as you start to morph the gorilla, do you want to describe this morph?
So Reese is just remembering back to being in the van, covered his hands in Grant's blood, And so his hands start to, in the spots where he remembers all of the blood, those start to go dark and leathery, and begin to callus over. And the hair on his arms, as that kind of starts to spread out, the hair on his arms becomes thick and coarse, and darkens significantly, and it goes from his fingertips up his arms, and then you see his shoulders broaden out as things start to pop and snap into place. From Reese's head kind of starts to kind of morph a bit, and his jaw comes outward, and you see these big fangs come from below and from above, and you hear a roar as his face just fills out into leathery black skin and black fur, and then all down his back is just gray silver hair.
And as you complete this morph, as like the last of the black fur turns to the silver, go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what did you roll, Reese?
I rolled a 5.
And the gorilla mind rolled a 3.
So
God.
I'm gonna say, like, just internally, the gorilla wants to tear something apart at the moment, and Reese agrees. And that's why Reese has...
Yeah, they're on the same page.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We're on the same page, so the
Simpatico,
gorilla
yeah.
gives control over to Reese. Just in that, like, meeting of the minds, like, infinite white space type of area that he goes to. Yeah.
I said the name of the gang wrong earlier. It's 5th Street Bright Devils. Sorry about that.
I'm good. You can open the door.
And I will open the door for him.
And just this hulking, massive...
Because all the ice, like,
All the-
condensation
yeah.
comes out.
the fog from the
mist.
freezer. Yeah.
Like a gorilla in
Gorilla
the
from
mist?
the mist. A gorilla in the mist.
three-way.
Awesome. So
Cameron looks over to Savannah and he says, "That's cool. That's cool as fuck."
Yeah. You want to try your bear in there?
Like when I see Reese come out, I think that's when Zac realizes what's going on and he goes, "Oh, that's really smart. I might try this too. I might go ahead and practice a couple morphs while we got time."
we only got half an hour. We got to get in place.
Ricky's in his fucking office.
Eh.
We'll
Okay.
keep him in there.
Wait a minute.
Grant's gonna go over and talk to Ricky in his office.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
So
Grant's just kind of muttering to himself, "Christ almighty, fucking idiots."
so should I
Yeah, man.
do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Cameron goes into the freezer.
Shit, dude. Hell yeah.
Boy.
Boy, my boy's
So-
on it today. I'm so proud.
Hell yeah.
You guys hear cracking and stuff from behind this freezer, and then a second later you hear a boom, and then I'm good.
And I will open the door for Cameron.
You open the door and you see like 4 trays of dough just sprawled out onto the floor.
Oh.
Accidentally backed into something, and then Cameron comes out of the mist as a polar bear.
Polar bear in the
Yeah.
freezer.
Polar bear?
He's a
Yeah.
polar bear.
Yeah, I was picturing a grizzly. That's amazing. When he says the thing about the trays, I'm gonna be like, "That's okay, man. You can barely notice."
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna take, like, this is just for flavor, but I want to take one of the like the big sheet, like, steel baking trays, and I want to bend it around my big gorilla forearm,
Okay.
so I've got like a little bit of like like a shield covering type thing.
Okay. As you do that, Cameron like looks around as the polar bear, and he goes over to like this pantry area, and you guys, his body's blocking what he's doing, but you see he's trying to get something with his mouth, and when he turns around, he has a banana in his mouth and walks over to Reese.
What, you want me to peel that for you, or what?
I don't have any thumbs. Cameron walks off as you're peeling it to the door.
I'm just gonna throw the banana at him.
He doesn't feel it.
I'm gonna check my watch. Like, how much time do we got?
Yeah, what time of day is it?
So 4 hours after school let out, so it's about six-ish. Cameron's just waiting by the door. You guys can, if
I can let him out, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
sorry.
can let him out too, because I'm following him outside.
Well, actually, before you go, hey Van, can you cover me real fast? I want to try this mandrill, so if I need to go to it in an emergency, I can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna pop in the freezer. It's a good time
All
to
right.
do a morph. I'm gonna stand in the freezer and think about that monkey.
all right, yeah, you can describe your morph if you want to, and then give me a wisdom check.
Yeah, so as I start to shrink, the tusks are the first thing that come in, for sure. And they actually come in too fast and like poke through my lips and make my lips bleed in a really gross, nasty way. And then as my face continues to morph, like it heals itself and morphs back out. And then the hair comes in, like the big mane. And then I continue to shrink and just my arms get smaller, my legs get like weird and spindly. A little long tail comes out. And
Nice.
yeah, there's not much change between human and monkey, so it's mostly that's as gross as I can make it
Just
with bleeding
kind
lips.
It's
Nice.
kind of like
I love that band.
The bleeding lips,
bulk
yeah,
up in
they're
some
really good.
areas. Yeah,
Wisdom, eh?
that's a good joke.
Pow. Nat one, baby.
Oh,
That
oh
one.
no.
It had to happen at some
And
point.
the monkey gets
Eh.
a 20.
It happened on my fucking death save.
So, monkey, cold, angry.
Yeah, you guys hear and all kinds of stuff
I'm
breaking inside
fucking
the
shit up.
freezer.
The shelves are coming down.
And Savannah's just leaning against the door, arms crossed, like just like
Yeah,
waiting.
and he wouldn't be smart enough to know to go to the door, but maybe bouncing off the walls, he does hit it. So at one point, Savannah's just
As I'm going into Ricky's office, can we hear this?
So you went in right before Cameron morphed a
Okay.
polar bear. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to Ricky's office as you walk in.
I'm going to be like, hey, Ricky, I just wanted to talk to you about what this meeting could look like and kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
I don't want this stuff to be on the street, but I also don't want to. I don't want to be in this fight if I can help it. I think we should offer not only a truce, but a union. If you can get Bart here too, I think we
Art's on his
should.
way.
I think we should. I think we should team up on distribution and stuff with them, but there should be some ground rules, and maybe we can get them to stop lacing their stuff.
Ricky kind of smiles at that, and he'll say, I didn't get to where I am by just rolling over and taking what some little street thugs do. If you want out of this fight, Grant, you can be out of this fight.
Do you think there's a way that this ends in peace?
He laughs at that and he says, oh, I'll be peaceful after this. I hope you will too. As he says that, he like reaches into one of his drawers, pulls out two handguns, and hands one to you.
All right, Ricky. He tucks it back behind. He's gonna say, with your blessing, I'm still going to make my pitch. And if we can get them to play ball, I'd like to get them to play ball. When I say I want out that way. If they're not going to be out, I'm not rolling over either.
You're not. Well, let's see what, and then you hear. That too. What's that? What are your friends doing?
They are
Monkeying around.
Well, I was going to say, we recently watched. Fucking Reese recently watched Tarzan for the first time. Didn't catch it before and been on a real trash in the camp kick. He's been listening to the fucking soundtrack over and over again. Stupid as hell.
Give me a deception check.
What a ridiculous pull.
Wait, is this going to be
when you guys were doing that? That's what I was. No, I've got advantage on deception checks.
Okay, because I was thinking just because it's Ricky and he would probably fucking know you.
Oh, he gets advantage on insight checks, so we'll see what happens.
Oh shit.
Let's see.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. I got
no.
Oh,
you
no.
got yes.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
For the listeners, recap.
Recap.
Go! Like,
So,
say what you roll,
I thought you were
gonna do it.
Yeah, it sounded like you were gonna do it. So fucking, we both had advantage on these rolls. I rolled a 4 and an 8, and Ricky rolled a 5 and a 7.
So
fucking wild.
So you told a shitty, stupid lie, and he was just like, "Yeah, that checks out. That makes sense."
It's an amazing movie. I could see.
I don't have time to call
you know,
right
it's
now.
a great
You know what I would
soundtrack.
like to
Phil
think?
Collins is really.
Yeah.
No, you know what I would love to think happened here is that he was like, that sounds really fucking stupid. And then you remember the first thing Reese said to him was that he was like Rick, or Dwayne the Rick Johnson. And then he's like, actually, yeah, that guy's pretty fucking dumb.
dork. Yeah.
Next.
He
All
like
right.
pauses and considers it. He's like, "How do we sleep on Tarzan? That movie's great." Like,
when you guys were fucking morphing into monkeys and breaking shit in the kitchen, trashing the camp is exactly what I thought of. So I'm glad I was able to bring that in as a lie.
Zach, give me a wisdom check.
thank you. Ba-boom. A 12.
A 12. A 12.
Average.
A 12 will take it. Let's see.
Let's find out.
Oh, no.
Well, didn't do shit.
Do it again, Q.
I morphed the smartest monkey.
Mhm.
The monkey got an 18 for the listeners.
Zach got a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I said mine, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You already know the result, Q. So
Yeah.
I know.
I'm looking at luck points. Like, it's only when an attack roll is made against me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With that, do you have anything else for Ricky as you guys are in this room?
Right now, I'm just, he said that Bart is coming. I'm hoping to, Ricky, he's going to say, Ricky, you know better about these situations. And I was told that we are not to come to this armed. Should that be listened to?
This is my place.
Should I not go armed?
You keep that gun on you.
Yes, sir.
Another wisdom save.
Here we go. This time with feeling. A 5.
12.
I'm gonna be a monkey forever. It's gonna be great.
This fucking freezer is in shambles.
When you say yes, sir, Grant, he moves to the door, starts to open it, and as he walks out, he waits for a second, turns around, as I guess So did you open the door for Reese and?
Yeah.
All right. So as the polar bear's tail walks through the door, and this door is opening, and Ricky starts to come out and stops and turns around. I forgot my phone, and reaches for his phone on his desk. So Mandrill, another check.
God. Okay. 16. This is a 19.
Okay. Did I see the office door open
Yes.
when he did that? Okay, at this point I would like to go up to the office door and just try to come up with anything to keep him busy. Can I do that?
Yeah. What do you want to do? How are you gonna keep him busy?
I'm gonna go up there and like, I see Grant in the office, I assume, when I like kind of look through the office door. I'm gonna be like, oh, hey, Grant, we want to talk about Zac, right, a little bit? Maybe like Ricky can help us with that issue that we're having with Zac?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Grant.
Okay.
Look,
Grant is
Cory's
that
face
face
was
that
great.
I had. Yeah.
Is this gonna be a
Like,
persuasion from
Persuasion from Savannah, and we'll do an insight from Grant.
Okay. Yeah. Grant has no idea what you're on
I have a
about.
-1 to
That's a
persuasion.
natural one. Damn.
I'm not charismatic. 19 though.
Well, no, it's not a 19. It's a nat 20. Let's see. Insight, you say?
Yeah.
Good at that. 17.
Yeah, easy. You pick it up what she put down.
Grant's gonna say, sure.
Okay. I will enter the office and shut the door behind me.
Ricky is taken aback a little bit, like confused, but he's in here, so that'll give Zac another chance. Let's go, Zac.
A 2.
Oh my god.
9.
9?
Can we,
Oh my
can we say
god.
that the monkey has disadvantage?
I wish we could, because that would be amazing if you guys tied on a nat 1 and a 2.
Zac, you gotta calm down. You gotta fucking get a hold of it and get your shit together. They're gonna be here any minute.
Now there's an angry, cold monkey that's being talked to.
Yeah. You gotta calm the fuck down. You gotta get a hold of yourself, dude.
Can I take the help action? Is that a help action?
We need an inspiring leader.
Jesus. Now I'm annoyed into sentience.
So Zac was thinking about advertising for when he gets to monetize his TikTok stuff when he gets older. I know I've talked to you about that before, and he's been really down about it and getting like kind of in a rut about it. And he was hoping that you might have some tips.
Yeah, I'm sure I could help him do. Yeah, this isn't important right now, right?
I'm so glad
Um,
Ricky shut that down, because I was why would you talk about this now?
Well,
Oh, his followers are very important to him at all times.
I wonder how many he has.
Yeah,
Grant
he
just
doesn't
looks
know.
nervous, and he's like, yeah, no, I just kind of figured we had some downtime here for a minute before it started, and maybe just, I've been meaning to talk to you about it anyways, and it was on my mind. And like, Grant is doing this stuff, but like, obviously, he kind of like glances at Savannah once or twice, like, the fuck are we doing?
Savannah does not know what we are doing. Savannah is just trying to like anything.
Do I have to roll something for this bullshit I just said?
No, because he doesn't believe you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You just can't leave the office.
That's what he's trying. He's like, well, we can talk about this later. Excuse me, Savannah. Is that your name? Get out of my way.
Can I not get out of his way?
Yeah, you can not
keep-
get out of his way. Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. I'm gonna not get out of his way. I'm gonna be like, well, no, wait, we have a minute or two now, right?
And I'm gonna I'm gonna be like, seriously, get out of his fucking way. And I'm gonna like go to like try and like push her away, like annoyed, but really I'm like elbow checking
like,
Ricky
You all both
back into the office.
give me performance or deception
God.
checks. Either one, it doesn't matter. And
Oh, it's gonna be a fucking deception check, my dude. That's
And then-
okay.
immediately followed by perception.
Okay. Where is my butt?
Savannah went with the -1.
Yeah.
21 on
I
my
got a
deception.
12.
Yeah. Let's see here. Together, you guys. He's like, this is weird. Like, all right, you two stop fighting. Stop. It's fine. But we have more important things to worry about right now.
So,
And then Savannah, will you give me a perception check real quick?
I got a 16 perception. Was I supposed
an
to be
8.
doing that too?
With a 16, yeah, you were.
Okay.
16's good. 8, not so much. You're focused on this, but you hear Grant, like, you hear off in the distance a knock on like the door, somebody from the front. And with that, Ricky's gonna kind of look up and then just try to get through you both, move you out of the way, and get to the door real quick. Zach, make me one more.
the argument that I'm going to make is that I've failed 6 times in a row now, which is
Okay.
36 seconds, which isn't a very long time. And that's only if we're doing rounds. I don't know how long each of these checks really is. Monkey getting cold?
I mean, yeah.
I want to, at the very least, maybe not be slamming shit around anymore. Maybe he's tired himself out after 30 seconds. I'm not even asking for like advantage on rolls, but maybe I'm not making a shitload of noise anymore.
Well, let's see how well
Okay.
you do on this one, and we'll see if you slow down a little bit.
You shitting me? Yes!
You did it!
God.
Oh,
I rolled
You
another
did.
another 8, but the fucking monkey rolled a 5. A quick, just in case I need it later, I'm gonna go get control of this morph, and it turned into a fucking roll off.
And so Ricky comes out the door, and the noise in the freezer stops. And he starts to make his way towards the back door.
I'm gonna
Grant.
Oh no, the front door. I'm sorry, the front door.
I'm gonna thought speak at Savannah. Are you in the sky yet?
I can't answer, so
After a little bit, I'm gonna be like, I guess not. You need to get out of wherever. It's got to be close to the time, and get up in the air.
And in the office, since just Grant and I are there, I'm gonna be looking at Grant, just going like,
Grant probably can't hear this
Grant,
because I was just doing it at Savannah.
it just,
based on her movements, I think Grant is like, go corral them, please, if you don't mind. He's gonna kind of be like, I'm not trying to give you orders. I'm sorry.
can you just get him out of the freezer? I am going to go corral them.
I'm gonna message. I'm gonna thought speak at at Reese and Cameron and be like, you guys in position?
Outside, I want to like kind of say where okay, Reese.
You guys
and
walked out
Cameron,
the door. Yeah.
Yeah. We've gone outside, and what I've done is I've taken a dumpster, and like it's a mostly empty dumpster, and I've tilted it on its side so that the doors kind of flap open like that, and I held it open for Cameron to kind of get inside and wait for a signal. So he's kind of hunkered down, ready to burst out of the top of the dumpster, and I'm gonna go and like climb up a fire escape, and then just like kind of not really peeking or whatever, but like I'm up on a rooftop a little bit further down.
But
You
There's
righted the dumpster afterwards, yes?
No, I left it on its side so that he could like run and burst out of it, or not really run, but like burst the top open and kind of run out.
So are you on
Like
Ricky's? Are you on Ricky's roof or a different roof?
I'm like across the alley a little bit further down, so that I can
Okay.
watch everything kind of happen.
All right. So like one house down, two buildings, one building. Just trying to get a measurement of how far away you are from the scene.
From Ricky.
Oh, it wasn't Ricky's dumpster. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, that's fucked. But no, okay, cool.
From the from Ricky's back door, I would like go like 2 buildings down, and I would have Cameron set up 2 buildings down the other way.
Okay, so like you can flank them if you want it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the plan is to like get them in the middle and then attack from both sides.
Okay. And so yeah, you guys get that done, and that's about the time you hear Zac or Savannah come out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do one thing really quickly, actually? Because we know the CCTV's out back, right?
Yeah, there is a camera out back. Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do is I told Grant to go there, but then I'm just going to say 1 second actually, and I want to go to the freezer. I want to open it, and I want to say to Zac, hey, can you tell Reese to give me like a hand up onto the roof, and I can morph up there so I'm not on camera?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hey, Reese, Savannah's going to be coming out in a little bit. Can you help her get up on our roof?
No problem.
Cool.
Sweet. And then I'll head out the back door to meet up with them.
All right, I'm going to go back to human again.
Okay.
And I will morph out.
Grant, as you come out of the office, you see Savannah has opened the door, and Zac's emerging as almost fully human now. As Ricky is moving towards the front door, you can see like through the window of the kitchen out to the front door. Bart is alone and at the front door.
Okay.
Yeah, Zac, you come out, finish your morph. What else are you doing?
If I can also look out the front and see that it's Bart, I'm going to go back in the freezer and like put some of the stuff back up that I knocked down. Just because I feel bad for fucking up Ricky's shit.
Yeah.
It's not going to be well done, by the way. Just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, haphazardly just throw it back on the shelves, not in any order. Yeah.
As Grant sees who it is, Grant's going to say to Ricky, he's going to like pause and he's going to stop. He's going to say, I'm going to go sit down. And he's going to go like start walking towards one of the tables to sit down for a moment. He's going to say, I'm going to let you handle this for a minute because like we'll talk, but I'm very close to clocking that idiot.
So, yeah, he lets Bart in, and they do have a conversation for about 20 or so minutes.
Without me there, like they go back into his office.
Not into his office, but just off in another part of the restaurant because you sat down and you was like, you deal with that motherfucker for a second.
I glared at him, like glared daggers. I was like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. And when they get done, they do approach you. Zac, you can have came out and joined Grant if you want.
Yeah, at this point.
He'll look at both of you and Bart will say, hey, I'm really sorry for what this got you guys into, but I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you for helping me.
I'm more angry that you put yourself in that situation without me in the loop.
He kind of does glance to Ricky, and Ricky kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and he says, that I didn't want him to tell you, Grant. I think you should be upset with me for that. He was going under my orders.
Hey, Grant's gonna like shoulder slump a little bit and he's gonna look at Ricky and he's gonna say, why?
I didn't want you in danger. And this is definitely, when he looks back at Bart, put people in danger. You're in it now anyway, so hindsight's 20/20. I should have told you.
All right, Grant's gonna like harden a little bit, narrow his eyes, and look at Ricky, and he's gonna say, don't make a habit of putting my friends in danger, please.
He nods.
All right, let's see if we can get this worked out.
He nods. So you're going out too? He looks at Zac.
Zac nods.
And as like you guys finish up this conversation, you see a black car pull in to like the front of Ricky's parking lot, and then stop for a second, and then move around to the back and park opposite of Jelly Bean, but face to face to the Jelly Bean, with about we'll say a 20-foot gap in between.
Can I
ask
a question? Can we establish whether Savannah's already in the air?
Yes. I'm sorry. So Reese, does you go back and help Savannah up?
Yes. Also, like as they pull in.
Well, let's finish Savannah's because she might be in the air, and then you can. Yeah. So he helps you up to the roof, Savannah. Are you staying on the roof? Are you morphing? What do you want?
Immediately to Great Horned Owl. Immediately, as soon as I'm up there.
And it's starting to be dusk right now. So, yeah.
I'm gonna thought speak over to Cameron. Okay, so they parked nose to nose with the Jelly Bean, and it's a little bit closer to you than it is to me. Once we give you the signal, use your claws or teeth to pop their tires so they can't get out of here.
Gotcha.
Did you do that just to Cameron?
Just to
like
Cameron.
just fuck. Okay. And can I see as they get out of the car? Can I see anything on them that I can report back to everybody?
Roll me a perception check. And are you guys coming out the back door now? Like, are you guys making your way as you see this car pull in?
I would think so.
So as they get out of the car, Patch, Steve, and Charles all get out. Also, you see 2 other football players from school, Savannah. You know them to be football players from school. One of them's name's Michael. One of them's name is Phineas, and they're huge, like muscular, bigger than Cameron. So that's 5 altogether get out of the car. And you see Charles has a gun in his back waistband, but as he gets out, for one, his leg is bandaged. He has a crutch, but he reaches back, pulls the gun out, and puts it in the car. You don't see anything else on any of the other ones.
Okay. I am immediately just reporting that back to our whole Humanimals group and just saying, like, I see these 5 guys. Charles had a gun, but he just put it back in the car. I can't see anything else. And I'll tell them who it is, too. Michael and Phineas.
And with that, that's when the inside group, the Grant and Zac group, can walk out. Ricky opens the door. I assume Grant goes out first, followed probably by Zac, Bart.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're kind of standing in front of their car. Patch was kind of helping Charles, but now Charles has kind of stepped away from him. So it's kind of like Charles, and then just behind him is Patch, and the other 3 are kind of leaning on the car. And then that's when you guys come out. Patch is just kind of standing there watching you.
Hey, guys.
They don't say anything.
I'm going to look over at Michael and Phineas and just kind of give them the sup nod.
Phineas is huge. He's the biggest of all of them, and he smiles at you. Steve just kind of keeps his arms crossed, mad, and Michael does smile at you and kind of nod his head. What's going on, Reese?
I'm like all of this. I'm keeping just barely over the edge. I'm keeping eyes on these folks, and I'm reporting all of this to Cameron. Like demeanors of the 3 dudes, the positions in the alley, all that kind of stuff. I'm reporting all of it because Cameron can't see shit. So I'm making sure that he's aware of where everybody is on this field of battle.
Okay.
Grant is gonna say, I think we've all done some dumb shit that we shouldn't have here, and I'd like to clear the air and hopefully come to something peaceable if we can.
Charles smiles. That bullet weakened you up a little bit, huh?
It certainly snapped me to something, huh?
Well, what do you propose, Grant? I've just tried to kill you. You're gonna just let that go?
Yeah, I am.
He looks over his shoulder. Phineas kind of laughs at it. Michael smiles. Steven doesn't do anything. Patch rolls his eyes.
Grant's gonna say, Charles, I've always wanted you to be better than this. I told you to fuck off before because I didn't think you could. But I'm willing to give. I came closer to seeing death today than I ever really thought I would. And I think that second chances are out there and they should be given. I don't like what you're doing, and I don't like what you're putting into people's stuff, and I don't think there's any need for it. You came to me because you wanted to expand your customers, and I think that that's something that can happen if we can talk about it here. Graham's going to kind of glance at Ricky, and he's going to say, but you got to stop lacing your shit.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. I got a 15.
15. With a 15, let me just. Charles kind of seems to start mulling this over. And as he kind of strokes his chin and he says, well, what are you talking here? What kind of splits? What kind of way can I profit out of this? Talk to me, Grant. I'm listening now.
He's gonna chuckle and he's gonna say, you know Ricky distributes. You know that part of the draw of that is that it's clean. I am known for making sure that there's clean stuff out there. So is Ricky, and by extension, that's what's going on here. And that's why everyone here got caught up in what is going on with you guys. There's a little bit of overhead that goes into it, but you get... He's going to glance at Ricky. He's going to say, I'm going to let Ricky talk about what the cut would be, because this is really his operation here. But I think if you put our name on it, if you put our name associated with this, and it's known that we are working together and that we're making sure that people are getting stuff that is right and is just green, people are going to come in droves. People want to feel safe with what they're doing. They're not signing up for fentanyl.
At this point, Zach's going to just kind of pipe up and go, it's all about branding.
Hey, you can give me a persuasion check?
Grant or Zach?
Zach.
Yes, I'd be happy to.
Reese just thought speaks to Zach, and like, fuck yeah, dude, nice.
Persuasion it is. How's a 22 grab you?
That grabs me right by the beard.
All right.
So now Grant, make me a persuasion check with advantage.
It's an 11.
11. Charles is mulling this over in his head. He doesn't seem super happy about it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Does Charles follow Zach on TikTok?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not that you know of.
I had no idea how I was going to use that knowledge if he did, but
You just wanted
Just
to
wanted to know if that worked.
Starstruck. Yeah.
He'll say, I'll have to check with my superiors. But this seems like something we can maybe work out. I know that he's not going to give you any claim to the north, but maybe we could come to some kind of middle grounds in between the north side and the school.
I just want you guys to stop putting bad shit out there. And I'm willing to work with you on that, if you're willing to meet me halfway. Sorry about your leg.
He smiles. I'm not sorry what happened to you, but maybe we can work something out.
I'm going to, really quick, look at Grant and go, what happened to you? I thought he missed.
With that, Charles's his eyebrows raise. And he looks and he says, yeah, how are you standing up right now?
Grant's going to glance at Zach a little bit nervously with that, and he's going to lift up his shirt and he's going to be like, I don't know what you think you saw, Charles, but you missed. You ain't got nothing to feel bad about.
Patch's eyes kind of go wide, and Steve leans up off of the car when you lift your shirt up, and they both kind of are looking. Patch says, I saw the blood.
I thought I saw it too. That's why we got him in the car. But
I had some blood on me from my scrape with Patch, and hey, Patch, I'm sorry about that too. We've got some history there that I was a little angry about, but that's not important. I had some blood on that, and from what I did to Charles, but no. Is that deception?
I mean, yeah.
Can I also roll it?
You can, yeah. Both of you guys give me deception checks.
Okay, I get advantage on
All right.
deception because of my performance thing. So it's 20.
Really?
Yep.
I get it for my outcast thing. We both have advantage on deception. Let me see what I got. I got a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll.
We selling it.
Insight check. You guys
I mean,
together.
there's no wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no wound. It's like what the.
I
You
don't know
saw
what the heck I
blood.
saw.
Blah, 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 blah. They can't.
I think now though that instead of just being bewildered, now they believe this fairly plausible story that Grant has said.
Mhm.
So yeah, they're going with they're in disbelief because they're pretty sure they saw what they saw, but there's no, like you said, there's no bullet holes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Charles, I'm real sorry about coming at you the way I did, and I was very angry. But like, I want you to be better than this, and you don't have my blood on your hands. I know that you wanted to. You seem to be pleased with the fact that you hurt me, but like, you can be above that, man.
Is this some kind of after school special, Grant?
Yeah, it is, motherfucker. We're selling drugs. We're trying to get people to. It's all about trying to make people feel good, man. It's about people being able to relax a little bit. You don't need to turn it into a fucking violent spectacle.
That's what it's about for you. It's about money for me. It's about power. I don't care about these people.
You're a coward.
All right, I'm gonna jump in again and be like, look, it can be about money too. You profit more off people liking your shit than being shitty about it.
I agree, but I don't have to make friends with him.
So don't be friends. Be business partners. Fuck.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just letting Grant know.
Okay.
This isn't going to be some come to heart moment. You stabbed me and I shot you. You may be able to get over that. I can't.
That's
Sounds like the start of a beautiful relationship.
well, Grant's just gonna say, man, that says a lot about you, but that's fine.
He smiles.
Cameron, shit's starting to feel kind of tense.
Roll me a perception check, Savannah.
It seems like it's gonna be fine, but just wait for Savannah's signal on something, man. It could go either way.
You see the dumpster rattle a little bit.
I have advantage on sight and sound. Any wisdom or perception checks that rely on sight or sound. So if I can see the dumpster, do I get advantage on that?
Oh yeah, you.
Okay, so 22.
Yeah, so you see the dumpster.
Okay. And I'm immediately going to be like, hold to Cameron and Reese.
And then, so as you all do that, we go back to the conversation, and Charles is going to say, other business. And he looks to Bart. That one snitched on us, pretty much.
To who?
He looks
Ricky?
to Ricky. Ricky looks back to you, and he says, Grant, is your proposal finished?
He's gonna look a little bit scared at Ricky, and he's gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, we're all done here.
He smiles and puts his hand on Bart's shoulder and then steps up in front of Grant and grabs Charles by his collar, pulls the gun out and puts it underneath his chin. And he says, if you ever try to hurt my boy again, you won't wake up the next day. And then, when he says that, the three on the car kind of stand up, and Patch kind of moves forward, and he moves the gun from underneath Charles' chin and points it at the rest of them, and he says, motherfuckers.
Grant has his gun pulled too. Like, I pulled it out and pointed it at Patch when he started to move.
And then he looks back to Charles, and he says, and Bart was under my orders too, so leave him alone. I don't give a fuck about the hierarchy. I don't care that I'm out. If you come at the people that I love again, I'll put a bullet through you. And then he kind of pushes Charles back and looks to Grant, nods to you, and he goes to walk and makes his way back into the back door.
I'll gun down, but like at my side, I'll follow him in.
Well, so as you start to turn away, Charles and them head to their car.
My eyes are on them. I am not like turning my back to this guy again.
I was going to say, Zach's not moving.
Well, Charles will turn around and go back to the car, and as he does, he pats Patch on the shoulder. But Patch looks at you, Grant, like in your eyes, then looks at the gun, looks back at you, and just kind of shakes his head and makes his way to the car too.
Well, Grant's gonna kind of look at him, and he's gonna be like, because he's still very disappointed in Patch and the route that he has taken.
Yeah, and they get in the car, and you guys, I guess, head in. Bart will follow you if you're going, Grant. Zach's
Grant's also gonna kind of tug on Zac and be like, "Come on, man."
Zach's gonna look at the van and like look up to see if he sees a silhouette anywhere for a bird.
I can see him looking up though, because like I'm observing all of this. So, I mean.
Yeah, you spot her.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a really subtle head nod towards the van or the car or whatever they're in.
And then I'm also gonna thought speak out to everybody. I'll follow him, Reese and Cameron. It seems like things are settling down, so stay where you are for a bit, and then I'm sure you can come out soon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Reese wanted blood.
You guys walk back in. Savannah, you follow this car. They start to head to north. The car's just driving north.
Fucking Fifth Street.
I'm following them until I think I see something that Zac would be interested in knowing.
Okay. So we'll just go through it. They basically get back to their neighborhood. There's a house that they go in. You clock the address where it's at. And other than that, they just stay in the house for a while. They don't. Do you do anything different after they go in the house?
I think once they're inside, Well, I got some morphs left. Why don't I go to Spider and see if I can find out anything else?
All right. So where do you land the demorph?
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go on a nearby house, like probably next door, because I want to be close enough to be able to like get down and like into the house without too much issue. So actually, maybe on their roof. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go on their roof.
All right. So you start to demorph, get to human, start to morph again, get to spider, and you start to make your way inside the house to listen, to see what's going on. Back inside Ricky's Bunzai, is there anything special going on in here?
I mean, Grant is just like, I'm out of my depth, aren't I, Ricky?
He's kind of sitting down now, just relaxing. He says, it seems like everything's shallow for you now.
You think Charles is gonna listen?
No. He's an idiot.
Can you talk to the people he will listen to?
He nods. He's not stupid enough to not let his boss know what just happened.
Yeah, Zach's going to be like, I don't know what kind of pull you got, but I don't want to be in this. I've had it for about 4 hours. I don't like it.
I'm sorry, Zach.
No. I'm here for him. Don't worry about it. And the cinnamon rolls. I mean, have I mentioned how fucking good these are? But
Grant's gonna say, Ricky, my idea of doing any of this was stars in my eyes, trying to make sure that people are getting aren't ODing on stuff that they shouldn't, and hopefully he goes back and talks to his bosses, and maybe something can work out with that. But I don't know. If there's an out for me here, I don't know that I want to keep doing this.
There's always an out for you, Grant. And you know what? What they're doing is shitty, but you can't save everybody. But you can try.
Okay.
Just don't get down on yourself if you don't meet impossible expectations.
That's fair. Grant's going to turn to Bart and say, Bart Allen, what the fuck?
He's wide-eyed. I don't know. Shrugs.
How did you get caught up in the... Your brother?
I don't know. I thought I could help on this side of the law.
All right, man. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but like... Wait, why were you buying from me if you were working for Ricky?
He wanted to keep it a secret.
God damn it. All right. Hey.
Also, I pretty much started buying from you after Ricky took me off the assignment when you and Patch...
That Chad kid's not a part of any of that, is he? He seemed a little jumpy to me. I don't know.
Everybody that's in this room, Zac and Grant, I guess, roll me insight checks.
Fuck.
That's a 15.
I got a 4.
These cinnamon buns are so good.
I vaguely remember who Chad is.
When you say something about Chad, you see Bart's eyes dart to Zac and then back to you. He says, "What about Chad?" And we're going to cut to Savannah. Savannah, you're crawling. Creepy crawly spider. Is this your first time morphing it? No, you morphed it when Grant went under the door. It's easy to crawl in. Nobody's expecting a spider.
No one ever does.
No one expects the Spider Inquisition.
Yeah, remember she felt a crippling responsibility.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just in there trying to overhear anything.
All right, roll me a perception check.
You got it. It's a 7. That's not very good.
It's
multiplied by 8 though.
There's because you have 8 eyes. There's all kinds of stuff going on in here. There's more people than just these 5, and there's a lot of conversations happening. They're pissed off, especially because of what Ricky did. That's kind of what you gather. Any specifics, though, of what's going on, you don't really pick up. Not within, like, I guess, the first half hour or so that you're here. So, you tell me what else you want to do.
I'll push it. I'm going to push it to an hour and a half.
Okay.
Is what I will do.
Give me a stealth check, because nobody notices a spider, and you can have advantage. But there's sometimes people notice spiders.
Ooh, no.
With advantage, it's that.
Oh no!
Yep. I'm about to get killed. Okay.
As they're talking, you hear just the tail end of a conversation. It's Steve and Charles talking. Patch is in the room, and he says, "It's not over. We still have our territory. They're just giving us some of theirs. Ralphie doesn't need to know everything." And that's pretty much what you gather. And then Patch looks up and he says, "Oh, a spider." Charles says, "Well, kill it." What? Patch says, "Oh, okay." And Patch picks up a newspaper, rolls it up, comes up to you, Savannah, and you see Charlie Brown coming straight at you.
Oh.
And then hits right beside you. You look back down at Patch, and Patch like looks over his shoulder. Charles and Steven are talking at the table with their back turned, and Patch says, "Got him." or got it. And then he kind of like tries to scoot you onto the newspaper.
Yeah, I'll go right into the newspaper and hope that he's going to let me out instead of just fucking crush that shit together.
Yeah, he starts to walk over towards the door. This has spider blood all over it. Gonna throw it out. He lets you out of the back door.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Austin giveth and he taketh away.
There's hope for him yet.
Yeah, and then I want to get out of there.
Yeah, easy enough. You can, if you want to do another morph to get away, just make sure you count off your demorphs and you're good.
Yeah, I am going to go back to Owl.